The history of ancient Egypt, one of the most magnificent civilizations in history. Ancient Egypt was a civilization that emerged along the Nile River in the northeast corner of Africa around 3100 BCE and lasted until 30 BCE, when it was conquered by the Romans. The Nile River was essential to the success of ancient Egypt as it provided a fertile region for agriculture and transportation. The river flooded annually, depositing nutrient-rich soil that was ideal for growing crops such as wheat, barley, and flax. The ancient Egyptians were polytheistic, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses that played important roles in their daily lives. Some of the most significant gods and goddesses included Ra, the sun god, Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and Isis, the goddess of magic and fertility. Pharaohs were considered to be divine rulers, and their power and authority were derived from the gods. One of the most impressive achievements of ancient Egypt was the construction of the pyramids. These massive structures were built as tombs for pharaohs and their consorts, and were designed to help the pharaohs transition to the afterlife. The most famous pyramid is the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was built for the pharaoh Khufu and is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Another significant aspect of ancient Egypt was their system of writing, known as hieroglyphics. This system consisted of symbols and pictures that represented words and concepts, and was used for both religious and secular purposes. Hieroglyphics were inscribed on temple walls, tombs, and papyri, and were deciphered in the 19th century by scholars such as Jean-François Champollion. Overall, ancient Egypt was a complex and sophisticated civilization that made significant contributions to art, architecture, religion, and science. Its legacy can still be seen today in the form of its impressive monuments, such as the pyramids and the Sphinx, as well as in the influence of its culture on subsequent civilizations. Alien links. There is no evidence to suggest that ancient Egypt had any direct contact with extraterrestrial life or was influenced by aliens. The idea that ancient Egyptians had help from extraterrestrial beings in the construction of the pyramids or other monumental structures is a modern-day conspiracy theory that lacks any credible evidence. Most historians and archaeologists believe that the pyramids were built by skilled Egyptian laborers and craftsmen using advanced techniques and tools for their time. These workers were organized and overseen by a central authority, likely the pharaohs themselves, who had the resources and manpower to undertake such massive building projects. While ancient Egyptians had a rich mythology and belief system that included gods and goddesses associated with the sky and space, there is no evidence to suggest that they believed in or had contact with actual extraterrestrial beings. The depictions of flying objects or other seemingly unusual images found in ancient Egyptian art can be interpreted in a variety of ways and are often the subject of debate among scholars. In short, while ancient Egypt was a fascinating civilization with many achievements that still intrigue us today, there is no credible evidence to suggest that they had any direct contact with extraterrestrial life or were influenced by aliens.